Um, I'm just gonna play it. I'm just gonna go right ahead and play it. So first I'm gonna play the video from the Rant Channel underscore 33. I'm gonna put both videos in the description. Well, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't put WWE, but that's not really considered copyrights because I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show the video, but everybody knows I'm going to play it. So Jey Uso delivers Solo Sikoa to Roman Reigns Raw.
Solo, you're just gonna have to wait there for a minute. I got other
I need
business
another
to
table.
handle right now. The twins.
You can start it at 410, okay? And I'm just gonna compare the videos.
They call the play. They execute the play. They level up, and I want this to be understood right now. I'm your tribal chief.
Yeah, no one cares. You're fucking.
And these are my captains. These are made men. If you disrespect them,
This
you
version has been
disrespect
ruined.
me.
And no one cares because you've been booked to look like a fucking tweener idiot. And yes, you have a couple people that are cheering because these are new wrestling fans. I don't know. Because who likes this shit? I don't know. This is fucking 2022 all over again. This makes absolutely no sense. This is fucking stupid. I mean, it's like you don't know whether to... How am I supposed to cheer or like? Cheer or boo? The majority of the crowd doesn't give a fuck. The majority of the crowd does not give a fuck.
Now let's get back to Solo Buffalo.
And again, I know you're gonna have people that like Roman Reigns. I like Roman, but this version is fucking garbage. This is fucking stupid. This makes absolutely zero fucking sense. This is okay. Now let's go over to WWE's piped in bullshit. Roman Reigns makes the Usos captains in the Bloodline. And who cares? No one gives a fuck. Real wrestling fans do not give a fuck because the majority of us are laughing because this makes absolutely no sense. Now, the young kids who like this, you know what? I don't want to even be too harsh anymore because some of you probably just don't get it. And I don't want to come up on here and make you seem like you're an idiot or you're stupid because you like something. I loved Roman when he was fucking the original tribal chief before he lost to Cody. But this version is fucking stupid. Let's go here. I'm going to start it at 150. It'll be in the description. How real does that sound to you? Because from what I'm seeing, there's nobody on this side that's jumping up and cheering loudly. Why would WWE add piped in crowd noises? Why would you add that in? And we can see that Jacob is of course not happy. So, I I guess we're going with this story that Roman wants the family to do whatever they need to do. Okay, because I see some people in the comments. They're not heels or faces. They're just standing on family business with the one emoji. I mean, some of you, I just can't believe that there's really people that like this and that are leaving comments like that. And then when I say WWE has a bunch of bot accounts putting comments like that, I'm the one that's wrong or I'm hating. I, what are you trying to prove? You saw that the crowd is going against Roman, Jay and Jimmy, and Jacob, another career that you guys just ruined. Um, and you put in fake crowd noises or fake cheering sounds. And then we could clearly see that whole side, no one was getting up and clapping. Well, there was one guy who was clapping. He obviously will probably like, he probably is one of those people that comes up on here and glazes anything the Bloodline does, because the Bloodline can't do anything wrong, according to some fans. Everything is great when the storylines are not great at all. This is fucking stupid. And then I have to see these comments about being a tweener works. Explain to me how that works. Because it, again, I know I'm repeating myself, and I know BC Amplified will say this. I know JD will say this. I know Chrissy Talks will say this. I know Solid Monster, Black Coach Booking. I can't think of everybody. I mean, shout out to the Three Bells podcast too. You know what I'm saying? I haven't come across anybody, big time podcasters, big time wrestling IWC content creators. And I know in the last video I said the WWE YouTubers or WWE content creators. I didn't mean it like I went back and I was like, oh shit, I'm basically saying that just WWE. Again, this is another fucking way that, you know, instead of just saying wrestling, we just sometimes I just say WWE. I am talking about wrestling related content. Creators in the IWC, such as JD and Chrissy and BC and WWO and everybody like that. I haven't seen any of them that actually like this. C. Jax, Bobby Monsoon. Nobody likes this. And it's only the people in the comments that are saying it. So it's clear, unless there is content creators that I see that are like glazing this and that they're happy for this. And if that's the case, my question is, how long have you been watching wrestling? And do you know the difference between a good guy and a bad guy in this dumb in between bullshit? Now, I understand, I have a big idea where they're going with Roman. That he wanted to he's being this good guy, but he thinks that making these difficult decisions are necessary for the family. But when it all comes down to it, he's the one that's selfish. And that's where they're probably eventually going to go to. And then when he drops the title, he's going to like realize I was wrong, or maybe not. But shout outs to Chrissy Talks Wrestling. When I was at the gym, I was listening to what she had to say, and this motivated me to make this another video, because everything she said is great. Booking someone that's in between does not make sense. It doesn't fucking work. But you're gonna have people who glaze anything, who are gonna say it works. It worked for Mick Foley because he had multiple personalities. It worked for Bray Wyatt because he was a person that's basically possessed by a fucking entity called the Fiend. I mean, or in a mix of that with mental health. And then, we're living in a generation where we are bringing more mental health into the light and more awareness, and I love that. But what in the video, I guess she maybe found a report that they were expecting the negative crowd reaction for Solo to turn on Roman. I mean, no, when Solo turned on Roman, they were expecting a negative crowd reaction, knowing that people have been loving this Solo Sikoa, knowing that Solo has been going crazy on the internet. People have been sharing how funny he is. If this is true, this WWE is slowly fucked. And Chrissy was saying, what else did I miss? I guess they expected the fans to be more behind the Bloodline. I, I, it's just sad to see that a product that we love, that we grew up on, is this deep in the shitter, is this deep in the fucking gutter of the fucking dirtiest sewage in any city that you could fucking think about. I mean, god damn it, bro. I live 10 minutes away from Stanford, bro. I feel like going there and just be like, what the fuck kind of drugs are you doing? I feel like just I'm not threatening to break in or fucking threaten anybody. I'm just saying I just want to go there and be like, what the fuck are you guys smoking? What is this booking? What is this creative? What is the fucking plan? And I go back, like I said in the previous video, when Triple H did an interview, maybe 2016, 17, where when he was asked, the crowd is booing Roman like crazy, but he's still like a good guy. I forgot what interview it was. I can't go. Basically 10 years ago. All right, it was like 2017 maybe. Okay, and it stuck with me for so long, and I forgot about it. But when people are talking about, oh, it's not all Triple H in his creative, it's the TKO. I think they're doing this, and I'm not saying that I don't disagree. It's like something changed after Netflix, because we were getting some good shit in 2022, and some good shit in 2023, and some good shit in 2024. And once Cody won, it's like nothing. You didn't do anything special. And I think the crowd was with Cody, but after that, then it just became stale. And then something changed after Netflix. Then shit became more of a fucking joke. I noticed this after I noticed how bad shit got after Netflix. That's when I said, then I started seeing the way stories were booked, and I said, this is not looking good. This isn't fun anymore. And we're being told that this is something that we should look at as fun. But if something doesn't make sense, how can we look at it as fun? I know some of us watch wrestling and shit like that, including WWE and AEW, to escape reality in a way. You know what I do to escape reality sometimes, other than watch wrestling? I watch movies. I'm a movie guy, and also I'm a video game guy. I used to be more into it, but I have fun when I'm playing Resident Evil 3, the original, and the remake. But the remake is not, that's another topic, how they fucked that up. But it's fun when I put Inferno mode and I'm trying to fight Nemesis without using any special weapons, and I'm getting my fucking ass kicked, and I fail time and time again, and then I try to kill him, and I try to, well, not kill him, but knock him down and stun him without using a rocket launcher. That's fun. You know what's fun too? When we were watching Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era. Not saying that every single storyline was perfect, but things made sense. You had legitimate heels and legitimate faces. And of course, you had your Big Shows and Canes that turned heel, turned face every fucking 5 months. Hey, I guess you have to have a couple of those guys that do that. Look at Natty. I mean, how many times has Natalie turned? Look at fucking Nikki Bella. I mean, look how many times she's fucking turned. I mean, you have to have a couple of those people that is just maybe in that position where we don't know what the fuck to do with you. So can you turn face for like a good 3 months and then turn heel again? And then, oh, your heel run isn't working. Maybe if we bring you back as a face. Oh, and then turn heel in about 2 months. I'm making myself sick. Holy shit. I mean, I try to sit back and understand, bro. Like, what? And look at the comments in the video. LOL at the piped in crowd noise. Original audience? Question mark. 216 fake crowd noise drop off is crazy. How it just ended like that, right? AB underscore 223. Mr. J2443. I hear all these cheers, but I don't see anybody cheering. 965 likes. He's at the top. 14 replies. I don't know why they piped it in that egregiously awful choice. Holy shit! I need to fucking adjust the lighting on this. Piped in noise while they really trying to fool us. I'm glad I see a lot of fans that see the bullshit, and you're gonna have a small percent of people that I don't know that just like this, but the majority of us don't think this is good. If you booked them as legitimate heels, we probably would have liked it. We probably would have liked it and said, "Yo, this is crazy." Roman was doing similar shit like this in 2020. Didn't he do it when he came back? When he fought Jay and then he put Jimmy in a chokehold and we were like, "Yo, Roman is a fucking devil now." I loved it. But I knew Roman was a legitimate heel. He cheated to beat Kevin Owens at Royal Rumble 2021. He kind of cheated at WrestleMania in 2021, whatever number that was again, 2021. I don't even want to go back and count. When he beat Brock Lesnar in 2022, he raked his eyes. And then he beat him at SummerSlam with the help of his cousins. And it was like, these are legitimate heels doing heel shit. But now we have Jey Uso saying he doesn't give a fuck what the people think, but he wants you to yeet with him. Make up your fucking mind. Make up your fucking mind. If I was Jey Uso, I'd be like, as soon as I said I don't care what the crowd thinks, no more yeet. Triple H, change my music. Triple H, change my fucking music. I'm not yeeting with these motherfuckers no more. They were booing me then, but now you got some that cheer you. It just doesn't make any sense. Now there's people that are cheering for him, and it makes me think, all this time that people were booing and cheering and booing and cheering, WWE isn't hiring nobody to fucking. Didn't years ago that we had a segment with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar talking shit about Roman, and the whole crowd was booing Roman, but you had a section of like 10 people. They were like, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, and it was obvious that they were fucking plants in the audience. It was obvious that it was a group of 10 people. It was like the spotlight was on them. Paul Heyman said something. They were quiet the whole, like most of the time, and all of a sudden you heard Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, and I guess they were expecting the rest of the crowd to cheer for Roman, and it didn't happen. Maybe it happened in 2017 or 18. I can't remember. And this was at the time, and I guess when Roman was going after Brock. I think it was before WrestleMania in 2018 or after. When we had the fucking 18 matches with Roman and Brock. And Roman finally beat Brock at SummerSlam in 2018. And sadly, a few months later, we got the bad news about him, about his thing coming back. And we didn't wish that upon him at all. No one. As much as we hated the character, no one ever hated him personally to ever say we wished that upon him. But that year was so fucking trash. They tried to turn Braun Strowman heel and they had to put him back as a babyface. I mean, we're basically back in that. It's about to be 10 years and we're back in the same place that we were those years ago. Shit. Just like how bad it was when fucking Sheamus loses to Kalisto. A guy who's fucking 150 pounds smaller than him. And then he cashes in his Money in the Bank and beats Roman Reigns. Like how Randy Orton cashed in on Daniel Bryan on his first WWE title win. But I know he had the world heavyweight before that. But Daniel Bryan's first WWE championship reign, he loses because Randy Orton, with the help of Triple H, cashes in on Daniel Bryan, and Daniel had to wait all the way till WrestleMania to win. But Roman's first title win, Sheamus cashes in on him. Rinse and fucking repeat. I know I'm going off and I went back to that, but this is how bad it is. It reminds me of those times. And no one actually even gave a fuck. But, you know, we had Vince in there and trying to stop Roman, and then 2 or 3 weeks later, he fucking wins the title back from Sheamus, and since then, Sheamus has never won a world championship after that. But he did become a Triple Crown champion and had a good tag team run with Cesaro. That was fucking great. But I just don't. I mean, who in their right minds? We can all go back on Netflix and see, unless they can alter it on Netflix. Because I know it takes a couple weeks to upload a show. Because if you go on Netflix right now, you can't watch the full show again. You can watch, I think, from 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. So you got to wait 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks in order to see this episode overall. And I don't know if they somehow edited it onto that. But when I was watching this because I had a friend tell me it's going to be on last. So I watched it. And then when that segment happened, there was 2 people cheering. 2 bots probably paid by WWE to cheer, to try to egg other people on to cheer. But it didn't work. It didn't work. 90% of the crowd did not give a fuck, and they didn't like it. Because guess what? LA Knight is over. Solo is over. Not your fucking Bloodline 2.0 tweeners. Your fucking your bipolar line. It's not even Bloodline, it's bipolar line. Let's just call it what it is. Roman doesn't know whether he's a fucking good guy or bad guy. Jay and Jimmy are fucking just as confused. And I guess Jacob is realizing this is fucking stupid. He should just leave and start making. He should just go against the script and fucking super kick Roman and fucking start beating the shit out of Jay and Jimmy again. I mean, I'm baffled by whoever was told to put in those fake ass crowd noises, the fake cheering noises, when we can clearly see into the crowd that no one is like this. Maybe 2 people. That one guy that was like this. Roman, oh, I'll suck your cock anytime you ask me to. I'm not gay, but I'll suck off Roman. I mean, I really don't fucking get it. I really do not get it. In my opinion, I don't care if people think this is a hate towards the Bloodline. Like I said, I loved the Bloodline before everything. I loved those storylines, even leading up to when Roman lost to Cody, because you had a legit storyline, and Roman was a legit fucking bad guy, a badass motherfucker. I don't give a fuck that he cheated. I was just saying he's playing the heel role, the greatest. Yeah, he'll beat some guys that, if they're a little bit lower than him, yeah, he could beat a fucking mid-card clean. But of course, Roman's not beating CM Punk clean. Well, at that time, he's not beating Cody clean, because it doesn't make sense. You can't have Cody lose clean. You couldn't have when he beat LA Knight, when LA Knight was first turned face in the end of 2023, and they had that first match. If LA Knight lost clean, it would fucking ruin him, right? It's like how it damn near ruined his whole fucking career when he tapped out to Gunther. That was almost the nail in the coffin. But somehow, when Triple H was nailing that coffin, I think he hit his thumb, and LA Knight was able to push the coffin hard enough that he knocked the screw off and was able to climb out and redeem himself, because the crowd was behind him, in the power of the universe and the stars and the WWE universe. LA Knight wasn't 100% buried. That's my ultimate warrior impersonation, I guess. This is fucking trash. I did not want this video to be this long. I did not want this video to be this long because I know a lot of us don't want to sit down and listen to a 20-minute video because our attention spans. We want someone to get straight to the point, and I have that. And I admit that's my flaw. It takes me a while to get straight to the point because I feel like I have this thing in me like this is fucking stupid that nothing is gonna. You can't get straight to the point with this shit. I don't know. So I'm going to put these two videos in the description. You can watch for yourself and see the fake piped in crowd noises and see the real shit from the rant channel. And I'm going to put Chrissy Talks video in the description too because I love her fucking content. You know, shout outs to Chrissy again. Shout outs to everybody in the IWC. Every creator. You know, I always say this. I watch a lot of people. And sometimes, you know, I can't remember to name everybody, but I love everybody's opinion. But there's one thing that we can agree on. This shit is for the birds. This shit is hot water, hot dookie water. This shit is trash. Throw it in the fucking dumpster, yo. Fuck out of here, B. Thank you for watching.